This Hansel has Arthur of Aventrus on first in jonge year, for he yearned helping to her. That him wordes were one when they to set went in, nu are they stoken of stern work, stafful her hand. Gawain was glad to begin those gomnes in hall, but though the end be heavy, have ye no wonder. For though men ben merry and meaned when they han mind drink, a yearn is full yearn, and yeldes never leak. The former to the finishment fold is full selden. For thee this yol overjed, and the year after, and uch season serlepes sued after other. After Christen Mass come the crabbed lantern, that friest his flesh with the fish and food more simple. But then the weather of the world with winter hit rapes, cold clanges adoon, cloud is uplifting, sheer shade is a rine, and sure is full warm. Falles upon fire flat, floor is their showing, both the grundes and the graves grain are her wades, brides busken to build, and bremlich singing for solace of the soft summer that sews thereafter be bunk. And blossom is bone to blow, be row is rich and ronk, then notice nobly know are haired and wode so long. After the season of summer with the soft winds, when Zephyrus sifteth himself on sedes and herbs, well a wind is the wort that waxes their root, when the dunk and the dough drops off the leaves, to be the blissful blush of the bright sun. But then he is harvest and hardeneth him sown, warnest him for the winter to wax full reap. He drives with droch the dust for to rise, fro the face of the fold to flee full he. Row the wind of the welkin rastless with the sun, the leaves lancing fro the lind and lichten on the ground, and all grey is the grass that grain was ere. Then all reapers and rotes that rose upon first, and thus yearnest the year in yesterday's morning, and winter winds again as the world asks no fudge, till Michaelmas morn was coming with winter watch. Then thanks Gawain full sown of his annuous voyage. Yet will all hal die with Arthur Hilangus, and he made afar on that fest for the fracas sack, with much revel and rich of the rounde table. Knichtes full courtice and comlich laddies, all for love of that lad and longing they were. But nevertheless ne the latter thy nevened but mirth. Money joyless for that gentile Jap is their maiden. For after met with mourning he maileth to his aim, and spakes of his passage, and pertly he sighed. Nu, liege lord of me lief, leave you ask, ye know the cost of this cask, keep ye no more, to tell you tennis thereof never but trifle. But ye am boon to the boor barley to morn, to setch the gom of the grain as God will may wis. Then the best of the boor bowed together, Iwan and Eric and other full money, Sir Dodinal de Savage, the Duke of Clarence, Launcelot and Lionel and Luke on the Gold, Sir Bose and Sir Bedver, big men both, and many other mensful with Mador de la Porte. All of this company of court come the king near, for to counsel the knight with care at her heart. There was much dervedol driven in the saal, that so worthy as Wawan should wend on that errand, to dree a delful dint and del no more with brand. The knight made I good chair and sighed, what should he want? Of destiny's derf and air, what my mon do but found? He dwelleth there all that die, and dresses on the morn, asks early his armes, and alle where thy brocht. First a tule tapet ticht over the flat, and Mitch was the gild gare that glent there aloft. The stiff moon steppes their own, and the stell hondeles, doubed in a doublet of a dare tars, and a sith in a crafty capados closed aloft, that with a breeched blauner was bunden within. Then set thy the sabbath hoons upon the sage fotes. His leg is lapped and style with louvlich graves, with Pauline is pitched their toe, polished full clean, about his knees knagged with knots of gold. Quem quisse was then that cointlich closed his thick throwen theies with thwongest to touched, and sithen the browden brinne of breeched stell ringes, unbewaved that we upon long stuff, and well burnest brass upon his both arms, with gold coaters and guy, and glues of plat, and all the goldlich gear that him gain should that teed. With rich coat armure, his gold spores spent with pride, girt with a bront full sure, with silk sign umbesied. When he was hasped in armes, his harness was rich, the last latched other loop lamed of gold. So harnessed as he was, he hearkeness his mass, offered and honoured at the high altar. Sithen he comes to the king and to his court fairest, latches lovely his lave at lords and ladies. And they him kissed and conveyed, biggened him to Christ, be that was gringolet graith and gourd with a saddle that gleamed full guile with money gold fringes. I were nilet full now, for that note raged. The bridle barred about with breeched gold bunden, the apparel of the paitrure and of the prude skirtes, the cropor and the covertor accorded with the arsones, and all was riled on red rich gold niles, that all glittered and glent as glam of the sun. Then hentes he the helm and hastily hit kisses, that was stapled stiffly and stuffed within. It was he on his head, hasped behind, with a leashly urison over the aventile, and browden and bunden with the best gemmes on broad silken board, and brides on sames, as papjayas pinted perving between, tortors and truffles and tiled so thick as money board thereabout had been 7 winter and 2. The circle was more oppressed that beclipped his crown of a diamantes of a device that both were breeched and broom. Then they showered him the shield that was of sheer gules with the pentangled a pint of pure gold hose. He brides it be the baldric about the halskestes that besamed the sage seemly fire. And qui the pentangle appendes to that prince noble, I am intent to you tell, though tarry it may should. It is a sin that Solomon said some while in betoking of a troth, be title that it habes, for it is a figure that haldes 5 pointes, and uch lean belapes and lukes in other, and I where it is endless, and English it callen overall, as he heard, the endless knot. For thee it accordes to this knecht and to his clear armes, for I faithful in five and Sir seethes, Gawain was for gold knowen, and as gold pured, voided of uch villainy, with virtues and orned in moat. For thee the pentangle now, he bear and shield and coat, as tulk of tal most true, and gentilest knecht of loat. First he was found and faultless in his 5 wittes, and eft filed never the frake in his 5 fingers, and all his affiance upon fold was in the 5 wounds that Christ caught on the cross, as the creed tells. And wheresoever this morning Melly was stad, his throw thought was in that, to all over things, that all his forceness he fang at the 5 joyous that the hand heaven queen had of her child. At this cause the knecht comlich had, in the inner half of his shield, her image they painted. That queen he blushed thereto his beld never pided. The 5th fief that he find that the frake oozed was franchise and fellowship for all thing. His cleanness and his courtesy crooked never were, and pity that passes all points. These a pure fief were harder happed on that hazel than on any other. No, all of these fiefs see this forsooth were fettled on this knecht, and uchan halched in other that none end had, and featured upon 5 points that failed never, ne samded never in no seed, ne sundred neither, without an end at any noki or where fiend, wherever the goman began or glowed to an end. Therefore, on this shane shell shapen was the connote, really with red gold upon red gules. That is the pure pentangle with the people call it with lore. Nu grided is Gawain guy, and lacht his lounce reached Thor, and gave him all a good day, he went for evermore. He spared the steed with spurs and sprung on his way, so stiff that the stone fear stroke out thereafter. All that say that samely seeked in heart, and sighed southerly all Sam sages till other, carrand for that comely. Be creased it is scather that thou loud shall be lost, that art of lief noble, to find his fair upon fold, and faith is not either. Warlocker to have rocht had more wit bane, and have dicht yonder dare a duke to have warded. A low and a leather of ladies and loaned him well sames, and so had better have been than Brittany to nocht, had it with an elvish mon, for on Angarda's pride. How know ever any king such counsel to take as knechtes and cavalations on Christmas gowns? Well, much was the warm water that weltered of Ian, when that samely seer sought Frodo wonus that day. He mad none abode, but wichtly went his way. Mony wilsome way he rode, the boke as he heard sigh. No readest his rank through the realm of Logres, Sir Gawain on Goldes halve, that him no gomen thocht. Of loudless alone he lenges on nichtes, there he found nocht him before the fire that he leaked. Had he no fair but his fall be freedes and dunes, ne no goma but God be God with to carp, till that he nayed full nay into the north walls. All of the eels of Anglesey on lift half he haldes, and fares over the fordes be the forlondes, over at the holy head, till he had eft bonk in the wilderness of Wirral. Wonder there bod leet that Arthur God other goma with good heart loved. And I hae fryned as he fared, and frakest that he met, if they had heard any carp of a knecht grain, in any ground thereabout of the grain chapel, and I'll nicked him with nigh, that never in her leave, they say never no sedge that was of such hue as of grain. The knecht took gat strange, in mony a bonk unbane, his chair full oft con change, that chapel he mischt sein. Mony cliff he overclamb in contrary strange, fair floating fro his friend as fremedly he reads, at each wath or the water there the wee passed, he found a foe him before, but fairly it were, and that so full and so fell that fecht him behold. So mony mervile be mount there the mon fiendes, it were to tor for to tell of the 10th the dole. Some wheel with worm as he wears, and with wolves als, some wheel with woes that wounded in the knarrs, both with bulls and bears, and boars other wheel, and etines that him anelid of the hay fell. Nad he been doughty and dree, and dristen had served, doubtless he had been dead and draped full oft. For where rathered him not so much that winterness worse, when the cold clear weather fro the cloud is shed, and fresh air had fall mished to the foul earth. Ne'er slain with the slate he slaped in his earness, more nichtes than he know and naked rockus, there as clatterand fro the crest the cold-born Arenas, and hanged hay over his head in hard icicles, thus in peril and pine and pleates full hard, be contrai Kairis des knicht, till Christmas even all on, the knicht well that teed to marry mad his mon, that ho him read to read, and wish him to some one. Be a moon on the morn merrily he reads, into a forest full deep that fairly was wild. He hills on ucha half, and holt woldus under of horocus full huge 100 together. The hazel and the hawthorn were harled all salmon, with roe ragged moss riled I wear, with mony bridges unbleed upon bar twigs, that piteously there peeped for pain of the cold. The goma upon gringolet gleedes hem under, thor mony measy and mere, mon all him on. Carrande for his costes, lest he ne kever should, to say the service of that seer that on that self nicht of a board was born or barret to quell. And therefore saking he said, I beseech the Lord and Mary that is mildest mother so dare, of some herber their heilig micht her mass, and the Martinus to more makely ask, and thereto prestly I pray me pater and ave and creed. He rode in his prayer, and cried for his misdeed. He signed him and see the sire, and sighed cross Christ me spade. Nad he signed himself sage but 3, ere he wast war in the wold of a one in a moat, above a lound on a low, loken under bowes of mony borrelage bowl about be the ditches, a castle the cum locus that ever knicht out, pitched on a prior, a park all about, with a peaked palace painted full thick, that betau mony tray more than 12 mil. That hold on that on seed the heather lavised, as it shimmered and shone through a sheer oakus. Then a has he hendley of his helm, and haile he thunkus Jesus and Saint Gillian, that genteel are both, that courteously had him keyed, and his cree hearkened. Nu bono stel, quoth the boor, ne beside you yet. Then Gerdes he to gringolet with the gilt halis, and he full chancely has chosen to the chief gat, that brought Bramley the born to the bridge end in hast. The bridge was bram up bride, and gattes were stoken fast. The walls were well arrayed, it doot no windes blast. The born abode on Blanc, that on Bonk howed, of the deep a double ditch that drove to the place. The wall wode in the water wonderly deep, and after full huge hecht it halled upon loft of hard hewn stone up to the tables, and barned under the abatilment in the best law, and sithen guarded his full guy garred between, with money lovlich loop that looked full clean, a better barbican that born blushed upon never. And innermore he beheld that halful he, towers telded between, trotched full thick, fire filiolas that feared and fairly long, with coprun is craftily slay, chalquit chimneys their chase hay no, upon bastel ruins that blanket full wheat. So mony pinnacle pinted was poudred I where, among the castle carnales clambered so thick, that parred out a papure purely had samed. The fray freck on the fall had fire enough thought, if he might caver to come the cloister within, to herbear in that hostel while holiday lested avenant. He called, and soon there come a porter pure pleasant, on the wall his errand he nom, and halsed the knecht around. God sir, quoth Gawain, woldest thou go me nerne, to the here lord of this house, Herbert O'Crav? Yea, Peter, quoth the porter, and purely I trow, that ye be we welcome to one will you likes, then ye the we yern and come jan Swede, and folk freely him with to fong the knicht. They let doon the great drought and daily ut jeden, and kneled doon on her knees upon the cold earth to welcome the silk we as worthy hum thocht. They yolden him the broad yacht, yarked up weed, and he ham rised reckonly and rode over the bridge. Sarah sedges him says it be the saddle, while he licht and sithen stabled his steed stiff many no. Knichtes and sweeres commen doon then, for to bring this bourne with bliss into hall. When he hef up his helm, there he did know, for to hent it at his hand, the hand to serven. His brown and his blazon both thy token, then heilsed he full handly though hadel as uchon, and mony proud men mon their pressed that prince to honor. Alle hasped in his hay wait to halle they him won. Their fire fear upon fled fiercely brenned. Then the lord of the lade looted fro his chamber, for to mate with menske the mon on the floor. He sighed, ye are welcome to weld as you likest that here is, all is your own, to have at your will and weld. Grant mercy, quoth Gawain, there Christ hit you for yeld, as frakest that same fine, either other and armes confeld. Gawain glicht on the goma that godly him great, and thucht hit a bold bourne that the buch out, a hoge hathel for the knownness, and of he all day. Broad, bricht was his bear, and all bever howen, Storne stiff on the strith on stalwart shonkes, fell fast as the fear and fray of his speech, and well him samed forsooth as the sage thought, a laid lordship and lay of loudest full gold. The lord him charred to a chamber, and chiefly commandest to deliver him aloud, him lowly to serve, and there were born at his bode bourne as he know. They brought him to a bricht boor, their bedding was noble, of courtiness of clean silk with clear gold hemis, and covertores full curious with comlich panes, of bricht blauner above, and browded besides, rudeles rennand on ropes, red gold ringes. Tapites ticht to the woe of Tuli and Tars, and under fate on the flat of full wand suit. There he was despoiled with speeches of mirth, the bourne of his bruni and of his bricht wades, rich robes full rad rankes he broten, for to charge and to challenge and chose of the best, soon as he on hint and happed therein, that set on him samely with Siland skirtis, the verbi his visage verily had samen, well nigh to uch hathel all on howes, lowand and lovely all his limbs under, that a come looker knicht never Christ maar hem thought. Whether in world he were, het samer as he mocht, be prince without in pair, and felled their fell man thought. A chair before the chimney their charcoal brenned, was grithed for Sir Gawain grithely with clothes, quiseness upon queldepointes that coint were both, and then a merry mantle was on that morn cast of a brown blond, and browed full rich, and fire foured within with fellas of the best, all of ermine and aired, his hold of the psalm, and he sat in that settle semblage reach, and a chauffed him chiefly, and then his chair mended. Son was telded up a table on Threstis full fire, clad with a clean cloth that clear wheat showed, sanap and salure and silver and spoons. The wee wesh at his wheel and went to his mate. Sages him served samely no with sair service and said, saisoned of the best, double failed as it falls, and fell kin fishes. Some backen in bread, some bread on the glades, some solden, some in sow soured with spices, and I sours on sleigh that the sedge leaked. The freck called it a fest full frailly and oft, full hendely when all of the hathles rehited him at honest as henda. This penounce knew ye tak, and eft it shall amend. That mon much mirth con mak, for win in his head that win. Then was spear and spured upon spire wees the preve pointers of that prince, put to himself in, that he beke now courteously of the court that he were, that Adel Arthur the hand haldes him on, that is the rich real king of the Round Table, and it was Wowan himself that in that one sitteth, come to that Christmas as cuss him then limped, when the Lord had learned that he the loud had, Lud lacht he thereat, so left het him thought, and all of the men in that moat mad and much joy to appear in his presence prestly that team, that all priests and prowess and pured thowes appendis to his person, and prized as ever. Before all men upon mould his mensk is the most, uch sage full softly sighed to his fair. Nu shall we semblage say slightest of thowes, and the tacheless terms of talking noble, which spade is in speech unspurred my we learn, sen we have funged that fiend father of nature. God has given us his grace godly forsooth, that such a guest as Gawain granted us to have, when born as blithe of his birth shall sit and sing. And meaning of manner is mere, this born nu shall us bring, I hope that my him here shall learn of love talking. Be that the dinner was done and the dare up it was nay at the nicht nay at the team. Chaplinus to the chapeless chosen the gat, rungen full richly reached as thy shooten, to the hersome evensong of the Hietide. The Lord allutis thereto, and the laddie als, into a comely closet quaintly ho entress, and Gawain gledes full guy and goes thither son. The Lord latches him by the lap and lades him to sit, and cuthly him knows and calls him his name, and side he was the welcomest we of the world, and he him thunked throwly, and either halched other, and set and soberly samen the serviced wheel. Then least the laddie to look on the knecht, then come her of her closet with money clear boards, Ho was the fairest and fell of flesh and of leer, and of compass and colour and costus, and of all other, and wenner than wenor as the wee thought. Ho chess durch the chancel to cherish that hende, and other laddie here lad be the lift hand, that was alder than ho, and Ancion had samed, and highly honoured with hathels about. But only gone to look though laddies were, for if the young was yep, yol where was that other, rich red that on riler I wear, ruch ronkel checkers that on other rolled. Kerchhoffes of that on with money clear perilous, her breast and her breech throat bar displayed, shone sheerer than snow that shades on hills. That other with a gorger was gathered over the sweer, chimbled over her black chin with chalkwheat violets, her front folded in silk and full but I wear, torreted and trelleted with trifles about. The nocht was bar of that board but the black browits, the twain Ian and the nas, the naked lippes, and those were sure to say and sailily blared, a menske laddie on mold mon my her call for God. Her body was short and thick, her buttockis balwen broad, more liquid unto lick was that show had on load. When Gawain glicht on that guy, that graciously looked, with level loft of the Lord he lent him a yinus. The alder he halses heldland full low, the love locker he lappes a little in arms, he kisses her comely and knichtly he melis. They calling him of acquaintance, and he had quick askes to be her servant southly, if himself leaked. They tan him between him, with talking him laden to chamber, to chimney, and chiefly they asking species that unsparely men spaded home to bring, and the weenlich ween therewith uch team. The Lord looflich aloft lepes full oft, minute mer to be mad upon morny seethes, hent haily of his hold, and on a spare hanged, and whined home to win the worship thereof, that most mirth micht mave that Christian mass will. And he shall find, be me faith, to filter with the best, ere may want the wade, with help of me friendes. Thus with Lachan the lotus the Lord had tight Marcus, for to glad Sir Gawain with gumness and hall that nicht, till that it was team the Lord commanded licht. Sir Gawain his lave con neem, and to his bed him dicht. On the morn as uch mon meanes that team, that richten for our destiny to day was born, well waxes in uch a one in world for his sack. So did it there on that day through daintis money, both at the mess and at the mell messes full quaint, derf men upon days the rest of the best. The old Ancion weave hey is ho sitters, the Lord loofly hair be lent as he trow. Gawain and the guy boor together thy settin, even in middes as the mess medley come, and sitten through all the sal as him best samed. Be uch grom and his degree grithily was served, there was mate, there was mirth, there was much joy, and for to tell thereof it may ta'en aware, and to point it yet depended me paraventure. But yet he wot that Wawan and the Walaboord such comfort of her company counten together, through her dare dalliance of her derne wordes, with clane curtais carp closed fro filth, that her ply was passand uch Prince Goman in virus, trompes and nagres, much peeping their repires, uch mon tented his, and they twa tented theirs. Much doot was there driven that day and that other, and the thread as throw throngen thereafter, The joy of Son Jonas die was gentle to hear, and was the last of the like, loudest their thochten. There were guests to go upon the grey morn, for they wonderly thy woke, and the wine drunken, danced full dryly with dare cowerless, and the last, when it was late, thy latch and her lave, uchon to wend on his way that was wee strong. Gawain gave him good die, the good mon him latches, ladest him to his own chamber, the chimney beside, and there he draws him on ree, and there lay him thunkes of the win of worship that he him wived had, as to honour his house on that he teed, and then belize his poor with his bell chair. I we sir will he live, my worthes the better, that Gawain has been me guest at Godesowen fest. Grant mercy, sir, quoth Gawain, in God faith it is yours, all the honour is your own, the high king you yelled, and I am we at your will to watch your hest, as I am halden thereto, and he and in low be reached. The Lord fast can him pine, to hold the langer the knecht, to him answars Gawain, be known why that he micht. Then freined the frake full fire at himself, and what derve dead had him driven at that dare team, so kenly fro the king's court to care all his own, ere the holiday is holy were hallet out of tune. For so the sir, quoth the sage, ye sign but troth, a high errand and a haste may had fro the woness, for Ian summoned myself to such a place, in a wolten world, whether ward to wend hit to find. In all the boat, if he hit nae mich on New Year's morn, for all the London with logres, so may our Lord help. For this year this inquest I require you here, that ye may tell with troth if ever ye tell heard of the grain chapel, where it on ground stondes, and of the nicht that it capes of colour of grain. There was stabled be statute to staven us between, to mate that moan at that mare if he micht last. And of that ilk New Year both naked no wants, and he wold a look on that lade if God may let wold, glad look or be God the sun, than any God weld. For thee wees be your will, when they may behoves, naf I knew to busy both bar 3 days, and may alls find to fall fay as filey of mine errand. Then lachende quoth the Lord, no longer they behoves, for he shall take you to that turn be the team's end. The grain chapel upon ground grave you no more, but ye shall be in your bed born at thine eyes, while 4th days and ferk on the 1st of the year, and come to that merk at mid-morn to mak what you leakes and spend. The wellest will New Year's die, and rees and rikes then, mon shall you set in why, it is not 12 mil hen. Then was Gawain full glad and gomanly he lacht. No, I thank you thrivendly through all other thing. No, a chaver as me chance, I shall at your will dwell, and else do what ye diamond. Then assayed him the seer and set him beside. Let the laddies be fed to leak him the better. There was same solace be himself still. The Lord let for love load so merry, as we that wold of his wheat ne wist what he micht. Then he carpet to the knecht, cry and allude, ye han dame to do the deed that he bid. Will ye hold this haze hair at this honest? Yea, for sir forsooth, sighed the sage trow. Will ye bide in your bower, be bind to your hest? For ye have travailed, quoth the tulk, to and fro fair, and sith and walked may with. Ye are not well warest, neither of so snouts ne of sleep, softly ye know. Ye shall lang in your loft and lie on your ease, to morn will the messe wheel, and to mate wender when ye will with me weave, that with you shall sit and comfort you with company, till to Cortorn ye lend, and he shall early rise on hunting will he wend. Gawain grant as all of these him held under as the hand. Yet fear quoth the frake, a forward we mark, whatsoever he win in the wold he'd worthest to yours, and what check so ye achieve challenge may therefore. Sweat swap with so, swar with troth, whether loud so limp, lair other better. Be God, quoth Gawain the gold, he granta their till, and that you list for to like, laugh it methinketh. Ho bringeth us this beverage, this bargain is market. So sighed the lord of that lade, they lacht to chon, they drunken and dallieden and dalten und tichtel, these lordes and laddies, while that him leaked, and sitting with Frankish fire and fell fire lotus, thy stoden and stammered and stilly spaken, kissed in full comelyly and couten her lave, with money loud full licht and lemon the torches, which born to his bed was brought at the last full soft, to bed yet ere thy yed, recorded covenant is oft, the old lord of that loud, co the well halder like aloft.